Hey Stamping friends, welcome to the Joy of Stamping with Rachel. Today is my Wednesday card kit class. It's my first one and it's really exciting, so let me explain it just a little bit. How it works is today I'm going to show you how to make the Christmas Means More cards, and you can get this kit in the mail for free from me if you order $35 worth by Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time using the hostess code for the day. Today's hostess code is MWGZTY4Q, but I'll have that also in the comments later. And I also had a link earlier, so if you just click on that link, it'll take you directly to shopping on my store with that code. So this will be lots of fun. You don't have to buy the actual stamp set. In order to get this kit, you just need to have $35 worth in your shopping cart. All right, let me go ahead and flip our camera and I'll go ahead and get started and show you how to make these fun cards. Hold real quick. Okay, let me see and get that centered a little bit better. Kind of. There we go. You guys are so patient with me. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see these okay. So when you get these in the mail, your kits will come like this. Today's kit has 4 cards in it. And they're the ones that we played the game with yesterday. So this one's such a fun set and uses this awesome new paper from the Heartwarming Hugs Suite. And we are using the stamp set Christmas Means More. This stamp set is only $16, which is a great deal, and it's a photopolymer, so it's the clear one. If you're a first-time stamper and you order with me, I will send you a clear block to help you get started, because I want to make sure that you can use these stamps. All right, so here are those cards. We'll go ahead and get started. Your kit will include these items plus the envelopes to go with them. Let's go ahead and do this one first. I believe. So I don't know if you played the game, but this saying comes from 34th Street, I think. Miracle on 34th Street is the name of this one. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. It's a little bit older. So we have our card base. We have our red cardstock, our DSP, and I use the nested label shapes for this one. I do want to let you guys know that there's so much value to this kit because of all the different dies I use. You'll notice every single one has a different one, which is over $135 worth of dies. So this is a great kit to save you money and let you just play with these shapes a little bit more. Let's go ahead and stamp this. I do always suggest to use a foam board or mat when you're using your photopolymer. So I have mine right here. And let's go ahead and ink up, and I use 3 colors for this set. I use my Real Red, I use my Mossy Meadow, and my Pear Piaz. There we go. So I'm going to ink it just like that. And we'll stamp it. I'm going to go right over, firm press down, and lift up. There we go. That one's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to switch it out. I usually do give myself at least 2 pieces when I'm doing mine. Let's make sure that's nice and clear. There we go. And we'll lift up. There we go. That one looks better. We'll take my little washer and I'll wipe it clean so that way it's good to go. Oops, I hit that. All right. And we'll go ahead and attach that with our liquid glue. This one I want to have a little bit of wiggle so I can line it up right. And my liquid glue is very full, so it comes out fast. So you don't need very much at all. We'll flip it and stick it. And just shimmy it that way. When I line up this one, I like to use my corners here to line up with these edges there as well. Perfect. We'll put our ink out of view. And next we can attach these two pieces together with our liquid glue as well. You can switch up when you make your kit for whatever side of the DSP you would like. I liked this side today. I do recommend having tear tape for the back for the ribbon. So what I do is I tear off two pieces, and I gave myself plenty of ribbon for this one. I tear off a little piece of tear tape, and I'm going to flip this down like that. I'll flip it over and stick it across. We'll line it up on this side. I'll do the same thing on this back here. Get my tear tape. And let me double check my front, make sure it's lined up straight again. And there's a little bit of wiggle after you stick it, but not too much, so make sure you line it up where you want it to be. There we go. Then we're going to attach that to our card base. And you can either leave on these backs or take them off. It's totally up to you. I like to go ahead and take it off to give it that extra stick that's needed. And we'll get some more adhesive on there and lay that on nicely. And we'll line up. I did use the thick Whisper White for my card base here. I think it just works for a better, thicker base when you're using just the white. Otherwise, our cardstock is heavy enough for a regular base. All right, next we'll need our dimensionals to put on our back of our saying. I will usually get enough to go like that, about 4, depending on the shape and size. This one didn't need one in the middle. My bigger pieces will. Take off those sizes, turn it, there we go. And I'll put it just like that over the ribbon. And I did use some embellishments. I have the red rhinestone basic jewels, which are so nice and simple and little. So I like these. I'll take one off and just set it right there. Perfect. And there's card number 1 for I Believe. You would use your bone folder if you have one. I highly recommend it. Just get my crease nice on my score line. There's that card. Let's go on to our next one. The next one's a little bit trickier, but has a fun technique with it. So this one is the best way to spread Christmas cheer is for all to sing loud for all to hear, which you guys guessed right yesterday and was from Elf. I love that movie. That's such a fun one, and it's a must watch every Christmas season. All right. So we have our card base in the real red. I have our DSP again, but this time I'm going to flip it. I have a, let's see, we have a white piece, because I think that's what we put on the inside. Let's check. Yep, white for the inside. We have one of those. And you can always stamp in the inside of your cards as well. I'll show you what stamp I'll use for this one. Okay. So the fun thing about this is that we will stamp a couple of times using different colors. And I already did some stamping before, and then we will fussy cut it out. And this is a fun way to add color to one saying without having to use your markers to change the color on the actual stamp set. Because this is a photopolymer, these ones are a little bit harder for me to color on. So let's go ahead and we'll stamp our first one, and I'll show you how I do my fussy cutting for it. We've got to grab that foam board right there. And we did a red, the real red. And here's our stamp we're going to be using. Let me get our ink in so you can see. I'm going to set it right there in the middle. Press down. Lift up. Awesome. That turned out great. Wipe it clean. Because if I was you, I would now be inking up the next two ones, which I've already done to help save us some time, but I didn't get it fussy cut. So let me show you how to do that real fast. I'm going to pick out the best way from this one and cheer and singing loud from that one. So all you have to do is just kind of follow along. It doesn't have to be fancy. You want to give yourself enough space to add those mini dimensionals to the back of them. You can also lay them flat on your piece if you want, just use the glue if you don't have the dimensionals. We'll have that one, and then we'll get this one. If you want to use these other pieces later on for other stamp scenes, you totally could. So today's kit does not come with the stamp set. You have to buy that separately. And if you were to buy the stamp set and all three of these inks, you would have at least 35. It's about $38.50 if you were to buy it like that. And so if you don't have these ink colors, that's the way I suggest doing it. If you have these ink colors, I just suggest buying the stamp set for $16 and then adding whatever else you want to get to that 35. Just fussy cut it just a little bit there. Perfect. I am going to attach it to my scalloped layering square real quick. I find it's easier to attach those after. We'll use our liquid glue. And we'll set it there. I love these layering shapes. They are some of my ultimate favorite because they're so easy to use and just work perfect for all our shapes. Okay, so there's that one. We're going to grab our mini dimensionals. We'll flip it over on the back. And I'll put 3 on these ones just because I really want it to be stable. Each one. There we go. Get these backs off. And we're going to attach that one. And we're just going to cover up where our words are. So I'm trying to line it up so you can't see it. Right over. Like that. And same for this one. Line it up right over there. Just like that. And yeah, that's super cute. We're going to add that rhinestone to it. Smack down there. And I'm going to use big dimensionals on the back of this one. And I'm going to put one in the middle. Let's go ahead and glue on these pieces. So I use exact same sizes for all of these as I did for each card. So if you go over to my blog, you'll see all of my measurements if you want to recreate these at home without getting the kit. I love doing layers like this. I think it just adds so much to the card. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? But we'll just go over it. That'll be fine. For this one, I added the ribbon before I glued it on. You see right there. This one, we're just going to go ahead and go wear ribbon over this way, which will be fine. I did that with the red one as well, which is the way I had originally planned that one. You want to notice also that I'm using 4 different ribbons for each of these cards. So I'm really showcasing a lot of fun Stampin' Up! Products. Kind of give you a sample, see what you like. These are the 4 ribbons I'm using today. Oh, I'm missing one. I'll have to find the other one. I have 2 of the satins. The other one I have is this cute little trim from the Playful Pets. And it's like a little red stitched one. I'll show you that one. Oh, no, that is that one right there. 1, 2, 3. I'm just seeing things. Those are the 4. And that's the Playful Pets one. Love those ribbons. This one right here is one of my favorites. It's the crinkle white ribbon. And it's so light and it's easy to tie bows with. It is one of my new favorites. Quickly become. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and attach that to our card base. Let's see if we can get these backs off. Maybe, there we go, there's one. And almost two. Tear tape is one of my favorite adhesives, even though sometimes it gives me a little bit of struggle. And you can add that to your cart if you want. If you already have the stamp sets, the ink, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna add this guy. And this one, you are super flexible, and you can put it anywhere you want along this line. I try to have mine a little bit centered last time. And just like that, I'll place it down. And then I use an awesome bow, and I will put the bow right there. I did not grab my glue dots, so we'll just pretend like that bow's there for now, but that's what you would do. And when you do attach your bow, you want to make sure you put the bow to the glue dot. Maybe I'll find it in just a second. I clear off my whole workspace so that I have room to put everything in, but then I forget to bring things back. I do want to put this inside. I really like to use this fast snail. Not snail, that's our old adhesive, our seal, when I use this one. I'm going to advance it just a little bit. There we go. Because it's fast and easy, and I don't need as much wiggle on the inside. I'm getting pretty good about laying these inside. Because it is a darker card base, I do suggest using this awesome paper in the inside so you have a place to write a message and even to stamp. I'm going to go ahead, let's see that one. Let's give it a little holly. We'll just put this one in the corner here, like that. Cute. And of course, I always like to stamp the back of my stamps as well, my cards, to add a little bit more. All right, that was card number 2. And with that little bow there, using a glue dot. Awesome. Let's go to the next one. You guys are doing so awesome. I hope you're commenting. I see 2 people are watching. 2 more to go. Let's do this one. This is using a mossy metal card base, and it has this great saying, maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more, and that's from the Grinch movie. That is another must watch for us in our household. It is one of my favorites of all time, and I like all versions. I'm not too picky. I'll watch it all. All right, make sure I have all my pieces for this one. Like I'm missing my fancy paper for it. Let's see if it's under here. We just might be. I might have to come. Oh, it got stuck in the wrong one. Maybe. We'll use this one for now, and then I'll cut another piece here in just a minute. All right. So for this one, this is what we have for our layers. And we'll use our pear color with our DSP. Same thing, we're gluing it and sticking it. I usually stamp everything first when I make my cards and then attach. So if I make a mistake, I can always stamp again. We'll get the ribbon on this one. Same idea as we've been doing before. The fun thing about this ribbon, which is called the Mossy Meadow, let's see, diagonal stripe ribbon, is that it's double-sided. So it has more of a green base on this side, and this side has more of a white look to it. Kind of see that? Just pick whatever side you want. We're going to use our tear tape again. I'm telling you, if you don't have tear tape, you could use just regular Scotch tape. I used to always just use like a fast fuse or a thicker adhesive or stronger adhesive. Let me get that back in the screen for you guys. Tear tape on back. And make sure it matches up on this side. Line it up. Flip. Stick it. And we're going to get this one already on to that card base. I'm doing this one backwards compared to the last one. There we go. There's that one. And we'll get this one off. Maybe. I'm telling you, this tear tape is so strong that it doesn't want to let go of those backs. And if I wanted to, you could always trim off some of those too to get rid of some of that bulk when we lay it down. But I'm not too picky today. We'll attach it to our card base. You see, my card bases will always have score lines right there, so it's easy for folding. And that's how I'll send my kits as well. Okay, that one's ready. We just need a stamp now for this one. And I have this cute one again we're going to use on the inside. This is another dark one. So we want to make sure that we have a lighter piece. I usually use white like you saw on the last one, but this one's so much fun. I have it matching the front by having this pair. We'll get that glued on like so. Just kind of press down so that glue smushes to the edges. And let's get our stamp pieces out. So I use the largest scallop one for the layering circles. And I had grabbed myself two just in case I didn't like my first one. I've been stamping for over 7 years, and sometimes I still don't like how I stamp, and it comes off messy. So either flip it and stamp again or have extras. And this is a bigger one, a bigger stamp image, but it's awesome. From the Grinch, and we'll line it up and press, and we'll lift up. There we go. Love it. Super cute. We'll do some of our liquid glue on the back. You can see I don't go super close to the edges because when you press down, the glue will squish, and we don't want it to squish out. We'll use dimensionals, the big ones in the back of this one. Because it is so big, we will probably, usually I do rules of 3 like that and like a triangle. But we'll make this one more of 4 plus a center. We'll attach it to this card base that we prepped earlier. Let me get the ink out so I don't make a mess with that. And then we will add those cute little rhinestones. To show you something funny that I discovered when I was making this. This one I did not center. You could put it anywhere along this ribbon line, but I kind of had more to the side here. Just press those down. Here's my real red rhinestones again. And this time I just try to match them up for this cute little holly spot right here. Just kind of cover up that right there. When I was making this one the other day, it was really funny. I started off with that bottom piece. Let me show you on the next one, which is probably the better way to do it because this is going to be tricky for me. There we go. Just kind of push it right in there. So start with this bottom piece. I'll cover up that little one right there. And I looked at that, and you know what I saw? Can you see that? Rudolph. Does not look like Rudolph, his little antlers and then his little red nose. I thought that was a whole nother card in the making. Having these cute little holly leaf with the Rudolphs. I love it. So we'll just press those on there, and that card is done. We'll just go ahead and score it, or fold or score, crease it. And that one's ready. That's our Grinch card. I use mostly green because I thought of the Grinch for it. Our last card. You guys are doing awesome. Thanks for hanging. Our last one, we're almost done. And then you can go in order or make these cards yourself at home using your supplies. All right, here's a cute little bow. I pre-tied the bow, so I won't have to worry about that. And I have some fun tips with this one. Let's get our pieces ready. And we stamped it in that mossy meadow again. Let's grab it from over here. It's cute bells. This one is that every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Can you guys think of that movie? What is that one from? Let's see if anyone knows that. I know you guys answered to some of it yesterday. It's an older movie again. Let's go ahead and set it right about center and press and lift. Looks good. This one I use the stitch shapes, and I got a circle with the stitch lines on it, which I love. That just adds just a little bit extra. And then you're going to grab your Wink of Stella, and we're going to color those bells just a little bit. And we'll squeeze right here where it says push, and we'll grab our Wink of Stella and just color the bells so they have a little bit of glitter. And in that process, it makes our bells turn green, which is such a fun. It just grabs that color from the stamp that I already did, that image, and we got these really fun green bells. Isn't that great? I love that. Super easy and just adds so much. All right, let's start assembling then. Let's get our scallop piece here, and let's get our liquid glue. We're gonna stick that one right there. Perfect. Dimensionals again. We'll go 5 to give us some stability. This is a bigger image. Let's glue our cardstock together. This is that heartwarming hugs cardstock, which has those traditional Christmas colors in it. Whoop, let's make sure. There we go. Look at that. See, I shimmied it too far. Don't worry, I have forgiveness with liquid glue. There we go. We'll add some more to this one. We just need our card base. 1 second. Let me grab 2 more things. Still can't find my glue dots. I think they've gone missing. But we did grab my card base. I bet they're somewhere on this mess. I'll find them the second I stop recording, I bet you. That's okay. There we go. We also want to stamp the inside of this one and this set. So I've used every single, after this one, after I stamp this one, I'm going to use every single stamp in this set, in this kit, which is super fun. Let's glue the back of this one, and we'll attach it to the front, and we'll be done. We'll have 4 Christmas cards. Christmas means more. There we go. And taking this took about 30 minutes. Which is about a good amount of time when making 4 cards. We did pretty good. And we'll go ahead and set that one right there. We're going to add some rhinestones. So the rule of rhinestones, or any embellishment, is that you want to use the rule of odds. So we're just going to do 3. Oh, there we go. And I like to have them kind of spaced out differently. There we go. And because I can't find that glue dot, we're just going to use some liquid glue. You know, I do have, hold on. Over here. Some removable ones. These are a little bit different because they have backs to it, kind of like the tear tape. We'll just put some, see if I can get that part off. Maybe. There we go. And our tied little bow right there. All right, you guys, that's it. All 4 cards are made and done. Let me show you them to you again. 1, 2, 3. That's like I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3. Where's our last one? There are all the cards that we made. These are so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this class and order before Friday at 10, and I will send you this kit. Have a great day, you guys. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.